Previously on Pocket Survival 1, Lugia's Reef. What started as 20 Pokemon beginning their journey and being divided into two tribes quickly spilled into the absolute domination of one of those tribes. In the pre-merge, Tohunga took Pukenga for a ride they didn't want to go on, seeing Tohunga only drop 2 of their members on the route to the merge, while Pukenga only had 2 members by the merge. Floribel the Maractus was the last Pukenga member voted out in the pre-merge, in a 3-Pokemon tribal council no less, that saw Tom the Magikarp and Scrap the Charmeleon stick together into the merge. They'd be able to hold out for 1 vote, seeing Ace the Staraptor, an explosive mon that had outed his own alliance in response to a lack of trust earlier in the game, taken out 8-2. Former Pukenga wouldn't be so lucky after that, with Tom going out in a 6-2-1 vote that would fracture the majority alliance. They would completely shatter on the next vote when Scrap, a member in said majority alliance, saved that night's target with a hidden immunity idol. But after a tie vote that saw Scrap involved in the tie, the remaining members of the majority alliance would seek immediate revenge by flipping the vote onto him and voting him out. With only 7 Pokemon left in the game, only 1 can be left standing at the end. Will it be Farah the Venusaur, the orphanage caretaker who's played the game with nothing but kindness for her competitors? Tracy the Cleffa, a mon that's been acting as cute as she can in the public eye, but has secretly been playing a game of deceit the entire time. Rebecca the Goodra, a secretary that saw prominence in a duo during the pre-merge. Can she finally come to her own? Anita the Liepard, a litigation attorney who's played a game full of alliance making and strategically taking out mons that don't align with her. Jeremiah the Jolteon, a programmer using Pocket Survival to get out of the bubble he's been trapped in his entire life. Eleanor the Beartick, a stay-at-home mom with no more cubs to care for, who's made herself known with outbursts and targeting others for petty reasons. Or Cyrus the Crobat, a leader of an organization who's played a ruthless, cutthroat game up to this point. Only one of them can win, and we'll find out on this episode of Pocket Survival. It is now all Tohunga. We're at day 32 of 39. This is the Taratanga tribe. It is made up of just Tohunga now. The Pukenga had their little corner in the bottom right, but it's gone now. Eleanor's feet get to be on screen now instead. A hidden immunity idol's been found. Someone found another idol, guys. That was quick. Someone found an idol. While Farah is prepping rice for the rest of the tribe, Cyrus comes up and the two get to chatting. The more they talk, the closer they seem to be getting with each other. Cyrus even ends up sharing a secret with Farah that he has a hidden immunity idol. Didn't know that already when Ace called out the idol. There was like a week between when I did the pre-merge half and when I did the merge half. So I will warn, there might be a few discrepancies in the merge half, because there was like a week difference. Oh, Anita pulls Jeremiah inside, scolds him for not voting for Scrap in the revote. Jeremiah denies it, insisting he did vote Scrap out last night. He even admits he was the original vote for Scrap in the first vote. Anita clearly doesn't believe him. Even arguing about who would have voted Farah in the revote. Jeremiah tries to keep arguing it wasn't him, but Anita is having none of it, wanting him gone the second they get the chance. I'm still not sure why Cyrus believed that rumor I was in charge, but glad he knows the truth now. He's a great guy, well, not all the time. The way he put down Jeremiah last tribal was gross. But I think it's just the game getting to him a bit too much. I believe this is immunity. It's immunity. We got another immunity challenge on tap here. This is going to be a knockout style challenge with 3 rounds. Each round, 2 mons will be eliminated. In the first round, castaways must dig up a wooden peg and guide the peg through a table maze. In the second round, castaways use 4 pegs to scale a wall. The final 3 compete in the third round, where they must complete a slide puzzle. The first Pokemon to finish their slide puzzle wins. Individual immunity cannot be voted out. at tonight's tribal council. Alright, the challenge begins. Farah and Tracy are eliminated in round 1. Anita and Jeremiah eliminated in round 2, which leaves Eleanor, Rebecca, and Cyrus to fight in the final round for individual immunity. Cyrus wins immunity, cannot be voted out, earns his spot in the final 6. Big congrats to Cyrus. Right after getting back from the challenge, Eleanor has a full-on blow-up, yelling at Cyrus for winning the challenge. And says she deserves to win immunity. She keeps just coming up short. Rather than thinking it's her own fault, she believes that the mons that beat her are at fault. Cyrus just calls her a bitch and ignores her. Jeremiah sheepishly approaches Cyrus and asks him about working together tonight. And Cyrus laughs in his face, remarking he's a two-faced nobody. He literally just tried getting him out last night and didn't even follow the only deal Alliance gave him. Jeremiah argues that he did, but Cyrus doesn't give him the time of day. Anita, Cyrus, and Tracy meet up to discuss what to do tonight, considering they have 2 Alliance members now that have issues with Cyrus, not to mention 2 outsiders in Rebecca and Farah. After a long discussion, the trio comes to an agreement on the plan. Tracy volunteers to tell the others. Tracy approaches Jeremiah and tells him that Eleanor is being voted out tonight. Jeremiah is surprised but thanks Tracy a bunch, telling her that he won't betray the Alliance after this and he'll work with them to the end. Tracy just giggles and thanks him before leaving. Oh, they're actually giving me another chance. He couldn't be more grateful for the opportunity. He must have really not liked Eleanor's blow up after the challenge, but that works out for me. I'm starting to think Anita's a bit more involved in the tribe dynamic than she's been letting on. I'm getting the vibe that she's really in control, so I may have to try and cut her loose soon. Tribal Council. Look, guys, Scrap is here. Everyone say hi to Scrap. Hi, Scrap. How you doing? Hello. Tracy somehow still continues her plan working. Her plan is working, guys. It keeps working. Something's going right. Before we get started, Cyrus, congrats on winning immunity. Cannot be voted out tonight. Yep, I won immunity. Not the big ice brat. Shut up, Cyrus. No one wants to hear your bullshit. I was told about a blow-up that happened at camp earlier today. Everyone. So, what was that all about? Big Ice is upset she lost immunity, so she blamed Big Wings. Could have done without the crude nicknames, but yes, from what I understand, that's what happened. Eleanor is blaming the mons that beat her for the fact that she did not immunity. Just wish everyone would get along. Well, that's gonna be hard after last tribal. Her tensions must still be high after a very dramatic vote a few weeks ago. Oh, yeah, we haven't exactly forgotten about that, but there are big fish to fry here that we need to focus on soon. Yeah, some mons just caused too much trouble for what they're worth to the tribe. Well, with all that being said, it is time to vote. Rebecca, you're up first. If anybody has a hidden immunity item and would like to play it now, would be the time to do so. Alright, once the votes are read, decision is final. Pokemon voted out will be asked to leave the Tribal Council area immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote. Farah. 1 vote, Farah. Jeremiah. 1 vote, Farah. 1 vote, Jeremiah. Eleanor. That's 1 vote, Farah. 1 vote, Jeremiah. 1 vote, Eleanor. Jeremiah. That's 2 votes, Jeremiah. 1 vote, Farah. One vote Eleanor. Jeremiah. That's 3 votes, Jeremiah. 1 vote, Farah. 1 vote, Eleanor. th Mon voted out, and the 6th member of our jury, Jeremiah. That's 4 votes. That's enough. You're gonna have to bring me your torch. Jeremiah, tribe has spoken. It's time for you to go. Jeremiah's out. That's what I get for believing someone that I just let down, I guess. Who voted Farah last tribal really set me up. We are on to episode 14. Day 34 of the game. This is what remains of Taratanga, the official final 6. We're getting down to the wire. Reward. Castaways' loved ones show up. It's the loved ones challenge, guys. Castaways will be competing alongside their loved ones in pairs. Castaway will use a bucket to scoop up water from the ocean and toss the water toward their loved one who's trying to catch it with another bucket. Loved ones then pour the water they've collected into a large collection pan, trying to fill it enough to weigh down a heavy seesaw. First pair to tilt their seesaw wins reward, getting to go on a plane trip with their loved one, followed by a feast of your loved one's chosen foods. Eleanor wins reward! Oh my god, Eleanor, what a challenge! She gets the option to bring 2 ones with her and chooses Anita and Rebecca. They will all enjoy a feast with their loved ones. The beautiful reward. Eleanor, Anita, and Rebecca all pile into a plane to fly over the islands with their loved ones. They eventually land on a beautiful beach and get to enjoy a delicious feast. Eleanor's eldest child, Anita's best friend, and Rebecca's father are the loved ones present. That's remarkable. Farah seems very upset that she wasn't chosen to enjoy time with her loved one, who would have been her best friend from when she was growing up at the orphanage. Despite Cyrus's usual attitude, he actually tries his best to cheer her up, though clearly with alternate plans, putting into Farah's mind that this was definitely Eleanor's fault. And it clearly starts working. When Eleanor, Rebecca, and Anita return from the reward, it's very clear to everyone that Farah is going out of her way to ignore Eleanor. Even when they weren't getting along before, Farah would at least try to give her the bare minimum interaction, like a hello. Now she refuses to even look at the bear tick. Farah is very upset she did not get to go hang out with her best friend from when she was in the orphanage. The reward was an absolute treat. Getting to have a dinner with my daddy again after over a month was great. Plus, Eleanor, Anita, and I sort of struck up a final 3 deal. I don't think I'll go through with it, because I think if Anita makes it to the end, she probably wins. But I can at least fool her until the final 4, then drop her. I believe we've got a challenge here. Damn right. The final 6 immunity challenge. We're getting down to the wire. Castaways must hold 2 poles on top of their heads against a board that is over their heads. Any movement might cause the poles to drop. Last Pokemon left without dropping their poles wins individual immunity. Cannot be voted out at tonight's Tribal Council. Challenge begins. Tracy and Farah are the first 2 to drop. Rebecca and Anita are the next 2. The others notice that when Rebecca drops, she lands awkwardly and seems to be in pain. Medical team has to pull her aside, check on her a bit. This does leave Eleanor and Cyrus as the last 2 Mons remaining in the challenge. And the winner of Final 6 immunity is Cyrus. The Crobat gets another immunity win on the belt. Cannot be voted out tonight's Tribal Council and earns a spot in the final 5. Farah sitting in the shelter at camp, she seems pretty worried about if Rebecca is going to be okay or not, since she took that fall and is getting checked out by the medical team right now. Cyrus tries to cheer her up. It doesn't seem very effective. The alliance of Anita, Cyrus, Eleanor, and Tracy come together to discuss what happens at Tribal tonight, choosing between Rebecca or Farah to vote out. The four agree that they should take Farah out tonight, both because she's a greater threat to win with her people-pleasing attitude, and Rebecca deserves a break after being hurt the last challenge. Tribe is updated on Rebecca's condition. Unfortunately, the fall she took managed to break her gooey leg and is resulting in her being officially medically evacuated from the game. There will be no tribal council tonight, and the final 5 is set. Unfortunately, also, the final 6 was the final opportunity to use any immunity idols. Unfortunately, yes, Rebecca has been medically evacuated from the season. What an annoying way to be taken out. All I can really say is, at least I never got voted out, but damn. Final 6. Now one of those mons has to win instead. How's that even happen to a creature falling like an inch? She landed awkwardly, I guess. I don't know. That does it for episode 14. Meaning we are jumping in to the final episode. There will be 2 vote-offs. There will be final tribal. A winner will be found. There are 4 days left in the game. The beginning of the end. Final 5. We got Tracy, Farah, Cyrus, Anita, and Eleanor. Final 5, eh? Hard to pretend I'm shocked since I'm not. I'm actually annoyed. I had 2 idols that I just didn't get to play. I would have made tribal last night crazy. Anita would have been gone. I still can't believe I made it all the way to the final 5. I was hoping to do well, but in no world did I expect that I'd do this well. I'm going to continue to do my best to try and win this. I know the children at the orphanage are cheering their caretaker on. That's what's getting me through all this, right? Wish I had a few more challenge wins, but Final 5 is nothing to scoff at. I came here to find myself after years of my personality revolving around my clubs, and I think I can confidently say I found myself. Time to win out. Just gotta keep up the act a few more days. It's done. I know I told a few of the others, but that doesn't matter. I'm in a great position. No one even cares that I'm still here. Final 3 should be easy. Then I just gotta solve my case. That's gonna be the challenging part of all of this. I've played this game like I'd play any court case I'm on. Bold, ruthless. It's gotten me this far now. I just have to get a few days further. When I reach Final 3, there's no way I lose. I've been the ultimate mastermind. The trimates are relaxing around camp, so I'm still very upset about the events that transpired the night before, with Rebecca being medevaced. Some of the others, mainly Tracy and Cyrus, are still trying to comfort Farah, who seems to be taking the medevac the hardest, despite not being very close with Rebecca before this. Cyrus pulls Tracy aside, admitting that he's always felt there was more to Tracy, and she's gone ever since they first talked about voting Farah out, and she's been very eager to do so. Cyrus tells Tracy that their best route to the end is taking out Anita and Farah, as both have the highest odds of winning. Tracy seems eager to help get them out. Anita waits until just herself and Farah are alone at camp, and then quickly approaches her to tell her how manipulative Cyrus has been the entire game. Farah doesn't believe her at first, but Anita keeps giving examples, like voting for Jeremiah for no reason, but still getting everyone on his side after. She also tells her that he wanted to vote her out last night before the medevac happened. Farah's shocked. Still unsure she believes it. Classic character murder. Farah's been closest with Cyrus, so severing that bond is the perfect way to get Cyrus out of here. Let's just hope Farah catches on quickly. Day 37. And it's time for Final 5 Immunity Challenge. This is the moment. This is where you define yourself. This is where you define your game in Pocket Survival. Each castaway must balance a stack of ceramic dishes on the end of a balancing arm. Every 3 minutes, an extra ceramic dish must be added to the arm. Should any dish fall from someone's stack, they're eliminated. Last Pokemon left without dropping any dishes wins individual immunity. cannot be voted out at tonight's tribal council. The challenge begins. Farah and Anita are the first two to drop. Cyrus is the next to drop, somehow. Well, because he's holding something. His items drop. Tracy and Eleanor, the last two Mons competing for individual immunity. Your final 5 immunity winner, Eleanor, wins immunity again. Eleanor cannot be voted out. Not again. This is the first time she's won immunity. Cannot be voted out tonight's tribal council and earns her spot in the final 4. The alliance of Anita, Cyrus, Eleanor, and Tracy come together, and all 4 of them agree to take Farah out tonight and keep the vote easy. That's fair. Anita approaches Farah at the watering hole, admitting that Cyrus is gunning for Farah tonight. Farah is conflicted, more so as Anita opens up to her about a plan to take Cyrus out instead. Try to keep Farah until the final 3. If the both of them vote Cyrus out, alongside a third, they can take out their biggest threat to reach the end. Farah gives a weak agreement, but still doesn't seem all for it. Will she actually follow through? Who knows? Cyrus brings up taking Anita out tonight instead of Farah. Tracy thinks they can wait to take Anita out till Final 4 and be fine, but Cyrus thinks Anita needs to be the one to go tonight. They'll just ask Eleanor before Tribal and see what she thinks. You know, Anita or Farah. Anita pulls Eleanor aside and suggests that they take Cyrus out tonight instead of Farah. Eleanor seems intrigued by the idea, but doesn't give much of a definitive answer. On one paw, Anita wants Cyrus out tonight. On the other, I'm supposed to side between Anita and Farah or Cyrus. I control everything tonight. Damn right! Like it should have been from the start. I know I agreed to vote Cyrus out, but I'm not sure if I can. Cyrus has kind of been my rock through the merge. He may not be a very good guy, but he was good to me at least. I don't know what I'm gonna do. You're at Tribal Council. Before we get started tonight, Eleanor, congrats on winning immunity. And I'll be voted out tonight. I've been waiting to win immunity all merge. It means a lot to have the necklace around me. Not out of this just yet. Cyrus had won immunity at the final 6, but unfortunately, Rebecca had to be evacuated for a broken leg. She undergone surgery and managed to feel good enough to join her other jury members here tonight at Tribal. Oh, thank goodness. I'm so happy to hear that you're doing better, Rebecca. I still feel terrible for how things went. Yeah, Farah's been a bit of a mess, but she's been healing. She took it much harder than any of us thought she would. Well, we're in the final 5. Only 2 more vote outs, including this one, before we reach final Tribal Council. How hard is tonight? It's like super tough. It's hard to put into words how hard getting through tonight's gonna be. A lot of us have been working hard together throughout most of the game, so we're kind of at a tough impasse right now. Impasse that can only be solved getting down to it. It is time to vote. Farah, you're up first. Alright. Last time was the last... Final 6 was the last time idols could be played. So, idols cannot be played tonight. Once the votes are read, decision is final. Pokemon voted out will be asked to leave the Tribal Council area immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote. Farah. That's 1 vote Farah. Farah. That's 2 votes Farah. Cyrus. 2 votes Farah, 1 vote Cyrus. Cyrus. 2 votes Farah, 2 votes Cyrus. 1 vote left. 15th Mon voted out, the 8th member of our jury. Cyrus. You're gonna have to bring me your torch. Cyrus. The tribe has spoken. It's time for you to go. Damn. Should have figured out someone would try and pull this tonight. I don't know why I wasn't expecting this at all. Whoever playing this, they got me good. Cyrus blindsided. Almost at the final day 38. We are down officially to the final 4. Eleanor and Tracy come together and congratulate each other on getting to the final 4. They agree to both try their best to reach the final 3 together. Isn't that cute? Such good friends. Anita and Farah get to talking, with Farah trying to congratulate Anita on reaching the final 4. Anita is mostly focusing on talking game though, trying to see who Farah thinks would be better to get out between Eleanor and Tracy. Reaching the final 4 is a huge accomplishment. I've sort of wanted time to just relax and be happy about it, but it has been really pushing me for a name on who should go out. It's a bit much. You're down to the final immunity challenge of the season. This is the final challenge the castaways can win. Castaways are all blindfolded and must navigate a gigantic rope maze. Alongside the maze are 4 stations, each with 4 necklaces, 1 for each castaway. The goal is to get a necklace from all 4 stations and then find the final immunity necklace. First one to retrieve the immunity necklace wins individual immunity, cannot be voted out at tonight's tribal council, and earns a spot at final tribal council. Only one Mon can win it. Who guarantees their spot in the final 3? It will be Eleanor. Eleanor earns the first spot in the final 3, guaranteed the chance to state her case for why she should win Pocket Survival 1. Eleanor and Tracy both seem to agree that taking Anita out tonight is the stronger play. Farah's a big people pleaser, sure, but Anita played an all-out, guns-blazing game of strategy that might get her the win. The jury sees that that's important enough. They both want her out next. Anita and Farah agree to take Tracy out tonight since Eleanor is safe. However, Farah doesn't seem very enthusiastic about doing that. Anita meets up with Eleanor and Tracy, suggesting Farah goes out. She gets blindsided, though, when Tracy openly admits that Anita is likely going out tonight. Anita tries her best to convince the others not to vote her out and to take Farah out instead. They say that they'll consider it. Anita or Farah. Both of them have a real good shot at winning, but only one can go. This is a super tough job. I must have done something wrong for them to be considering me as the final target tonight. Something I've done must be why they want me out. But if there's one thing I'm good at, it's convincing others to give me what I want. Winning tomorrow will be tough either way, but who do I have a better shot against? A strategic Mon that keeps burning their bridges? Or a people pleaser who's barely played all game? I really don't want to vote Tracy out. Last night voting out Cyrus was tough enough as it is. I don't want to vote anyone out, but I gotta decide. Okay. And they didn't slide in this time. The jury is officially even. Half Pukenga, half Tohunga. Look at that. You gotta wonder how 2 of these Pokemon are gonna vote, considering they don't even know... They don't even know anyone in the final 4 personally. They're going off of word of mouth alone. Before we get started, Eleanor, congrats on winning immunity, earning your spot in the final 3. Thanks. It means a lot to know I'll be sitting at Final Tribal with a chance at winning. With that, though, we've come to a point where one final Mon must be voted. So I say, let's make tonight a little easier by having everyone else give their reasons as to why they think they deserve to reach the final 3. Well, it's pretty simple for me. I've played one hell of a game. almost every single mon sitting on that jury, minus the 2 voted out before the merge, and Rebecca. I had a paw in taking all of them out. I know my time here has had some drama, sure, but overall I've enjoyed being here. I've enjoyed meeting a lot of you. I'd like to state my case at Final Tribal. It's been super fun being here! Thanks all of you. With that out of the way, let's get to it. It is time to vote. Eleanor, you're up first. Alright. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. Pokemon voted out will be asked to leave the Tribal Council area immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote. Farah. That's 1 vote, Farah. Tracy. That's 1 vote, Farah. 1 vote, Tracy. Farah. That's 2 votes, Farah. 1 vote, Tracy. 1 vote left. 16th Pokemon voted out, and the 9th and final member of our jury, Farah. Now to bring me your torch. Farah, the tribe has spoken. It's time for you to go. I may not have made it to the end, but I've had an amazing time out here getting chummy with everyone. Thank you for the opportunity to do all this. We have officially reached the final day of Pocket Survival 1 Lugia's Reef. We are here at day 39. Oh! Yeah, that's fair. I thought it was gonna show the final 3. I guess I didn't put that one here. I guess this is showing the final 3. A delicious morning breakfast is brought to everyone as a reward for making it to the end. Anita, Eleanor, and Tracy enjoy a delicious meal and their final morning Pocket Survival. Final 3 means the world to me. I've had some ups and downs getting here, and my fair share of blow-ups and drama, but I overcame all of it, and now I'm here. I've proven I'm more than just a parent to my children. It got dicey last tribal, but I made it to the end against 2 mons that have very little chance of winning too. I have no idea why they chose to take me here, but it'll be the last mistake they make in this game. Trust me. I've been doing this whole cutesy acting for my family for years. We grew up very poor. I still remember the day they pushed me out onto the street for the first time to get the rest of the rent money we needed. I will never forgive my parents, but I cannot say they did nothing for me. Through their abuse, I developed the skill that got me all the way to the end. Now I'm here, and I hope I can win it all. Tragic backstory. We hate their parents. We hate Tracy's parents. We are finally here at Final Tribal Council. The jury of 9 is here. Welcome to Final Tribal Council. Tonight, you all will be trying to convince the jury why you deserve to win this game and earn the cash prize that comes with it. One at a time, in the order they were eliminated, a juror will come up. They will ask 1 question pertaining to 1 player. Everyone will be asked 3 total questions. After that, the voting will commence. Buddy, you're up first. Tracy, as someone that didn't seem to play very strategically, what's like the most important aspect of your game? I played super socially. I made friends with everyone. Plus, I did do strategy, silly. You just couldn't tell because I did so good. Eleanor, you seem to be always causing trouble from what I heard. Why are you causing so much drama? I came into this game to find myself. For the past many years, my personality was all about being the mother to my cubs. But they're all grown now, so I needed to find out who I was. It was just hard. Anita, why don't you have heart? Why don't you have a heart? Damn! Oh, please, I have a heart, AIDS. I just tried to keep my emotions out of the game, and look where that got me to. Ace is salty. Eleanor, you and everyone else here ignored me and refused to give me a chance during the merge. I'm asking you, why? Because you were way too ego-driven for us. It was very easy to tell you were willing to do anything to get to the end. Raph even told us how willing you were to sell out your tribe at the merge. Anita, while you played pretty good strategically, a lot of us on the jury would say you treated us like dirt on the way out. What's your take on your abysmal jury management skills? Abysmal? I'd hardly say my jury management was bad. Sure, I upset a few mods on their way out, like you and Jeremiah, but I wouldn't say I upset a majority of you. Tracy, you don't have to act all that cutesy anymore. We've all been told by Ace and Cyrus that it was an act. So, how would you say using that act got you further in the game? Oh, thank Arceus. Yes, my cutesy stuff was all an act, but I used it to keep suspicion off of me. I mean, I was never really on the chopping block. Plus, I threw the rogue revote that got you voted out. Anita, we had a final 2 deal early on, but by the time merge hit, you practically threw me away and just used me as an extra vote. How does that help you in any way? Simple. You weren't of much use to me anymore. I had a new alliance, and frankly, if it worked out like it was supposed to, you would have been out before Final 6. Tracy, you say you played strategically, so what's the biggest move you've made? Like I said, I placed the rogue vote during the revote to get Scrap out. Everyone blamed Jeremiah like I thought. You guys were distracted by a weak link after. Kept some big threats in over it. Eleanor, you seem to hate me from day one. Why? I was still clinging to my motherly self at the time. I was trying to use Tracy to fill the void of my grown cubs, but she favored you. And that pissed me off. Now that everyone's gotten the chance to speak, I say we get this wrapped up here and now. It is time to vote for the winner of Pocket Survival 1. Buddy, you're up first. Alright, once the votes are read, the decision is final. The Pokemon with the most votes will be crowned the winner of Pocket Survival 1, Lugia's Reef. I'll read the votes. First vote, Anita. That's 1 vote, Anita. Tracy. 1 vote, Anita. 1 vote, Tracy. Anita. That's 2 votes, Anita. 1 vote, Tracy. Tracy. That's 2 votes, Anita. 2 votes, Tracy. Anita. That's 3 votes, Anita. 2 votes, Tracy. Tracy. That's 3 votes, Anita. 3 votes, Tracy. Anita. That's 4 votes, Anita. 3 votes, Tracy. Tracy. That's 4 votes, Anita. 4 votes, Tracy. 1 vote left. The winner of Pocket Survival 1, Lugia's Reef. Tracy! Tracy gets the 5th vote! Tracy is your winner! Congratulations, Tracy! You are the winner of Pocket Survival 1, Lugia's Reef, and the $1 million prize that comes with it. She fucking did it! Congratulations, Tracy! I won. I mean, I sort of knew I would, but wow! Seeing it actually happen is actually surprising. Oh, thank you all for the opportunity to be on here. I'm so happy to be the winner of Pocket Survival 1. Congratulations, Tracy, the first winner of Pocket Survival 1, Lugia's Reef. Won 5-4. These are the final placements. I guess this is straight from brantsteele. I guess to kind of prove that this was from brantsteele. Because otherwise you wouldn't There wouldn't be much of a way to know, basically. This is the proof that this was Brantsteele's doing. Here you go. In case there were any doubts in anyone's mind, thank you, Brantsteele, Lord of the Simulation. Most strategic Tom, let's fucking go. Tom gets a prize. Tom gets a prize for something. Eleanor did end up winning the most challenges. Eleanor could have gotten out many times if she wasn't a challenge beast. She only won the last 2 immunities and 1 reward. I guess, yeah, Tohunga. So Jeremiah received the most votes overall, and Anita received the least with 0. Anita didn't receive a single vote. Cyrus had 2 idols. He found the first Tohunga idol and the only Tohunga idol and the only merge idol. He found both of them. He did not get to play them. Scrap found 1, and then Steinhagen found 1. There were not many idols that in circulation this game. Yes, I'm glad you guys enjoyed. Because there is one last thing. One last thing. There is one last thing. We gotta spoil next season. Alright. Who's ready for the next season? Bang! I hit the button, but it didn't. Bang!